The unseen benefits of mentorship. Whatever you want in life, if you're the one that actually goes and creates it, that attracts the right energy and the right value back to you. And I was able to get the result that I wanted. Unseen benefits of mentorship. The value of having a consistent mentor, somebody who cares about you, who helps you and guides you along the path of where you want to go. So this is an ongoing theme, Neil, right? We've talked about this multiple times.
Yeah, we've mentioned it in a couple of different areas, and now it's time to regroup and focus on what it is in terms of finding a mentor and not being afraid to change mentors. I mean, I went through several in different iterations. Some I was happier with than others, but in the end, what I discovered was there was always something to learn from one mentor. And there were times when it's like being a parent. Sometimes your kids don't realize how smart you are until they're past being the point of being kids. And they go, oh yeah, dad was really right. I see that now. I think that's also true with mentors. You might think, that doesn't apply to me, or that doesn't feel right to me. And then you move on to another mentor maybe, or move on to a different approach. And then something comes back around and you say, oh, what? Remember that first guy I talked to who suggested this was, I think actually now I can see the wisdom of doing that. So I think there's always something to be learned from a mentor. The most important thing is to find one that inspires you, gives, like a good coach in a sports team, inspires you or coaches you up to be the best version of you that you can be. Sometimes it's more about the momentum and the energy than it is the specific advice. And you're going to translate that into discrete actions that then you can, as we said before, refine and improve upon step by step.
And these days, you could communicate with anybody in the world, and people are relatively open to be able to help other people. So all you have to do is find their Facebook, find their Instagram, find their email, and just send a nice email. Hey, been following your stuff, been listening to your stuff, love what you're doing. Just give a compliment. The other thing is, don't just seek a mentor. Be a mentor yourself.
Yeah, that's good. Real important point, Sam.
Yeah, and usually, again, whatever you want in life, if you're the one that actually goes and creates it, that attracts the right energy and the right value and the right karma, whatever you want to call it, back to you. So you need more help, go be a help. By doing that, not only do you grow professionally by sharing value, being a good teacher, being a good person, but you will see life will somehow find its way for that to come back to you. And something else that I've seen is a lot of people that need help don't seek out help. I've seen a lot of people's social medias that it's their social media profile is blank. As much as I'm concerned about the fact that you are a lawyer, what type of lawyer you are, who you help. And a lot of people struggle with putting themselves out there and being open to being helped. If you want help, seek help. Put yourself out there. Don't be afraid. Again, life is short. If you just try to hide under the weeds, then life is boring. Put yourself out there.
Nothing is as instructive as being a teacher yourself. Okay, you want to really learn a particular area of your practice or your business operations, start to teach it to somebody else who is trying to develop the same level of skill. And you'll find in doing so, there's areas where you may not be as solid as you thought you were. And that gives you a roadmap for improving and learning, which we're going to talk about next. So don't underestimate the importance of being a mentor for your own growth and benefit.
Yeah, and again, we have the perfect platform for this.
Yeah.
Again, it's joinlawyerclub.com. We're going to keep pushing that until we get all of our listeners in there. Let's go to our next point, the downside of perfectionism. Neil, how's that a hurdle for lawyers?
Yeah, so I've told this story many times before. I'd always wanted to start video content marketing, creating a YouTube channel and generating videos because it was perfect for the practice area that I'm working in. But I never actually turned the camera on because everything wasn't perfect. I didn't have the perfect camera. I didn't have the perfect lighting. I hadn't lost the 10 pounds I wanted to lose. I didn't have a perfect content calendar. And just, I kept waiting to establish the perfect system. And as a result, I never got started. It was dead on arrival. I had a mentor or a friend who entire business is built on video content marketing and said to me very simply, turn the damn camera on. It doesn't matter. Done is better than perfect. And you'll improve along the way. Your first few videos, they're going to be terrible. Okay. Just like your first few podcasts are going to be terrible. But along the way, you're going to learn and you're going to get better at it. And if you wait for something to be perfect, it's never going to happen. You're never going to be able to get momentum and get things started. So you got to start that ball rolling downhill and chase after it as it starts to pick up speed.
So I feel very strong about this, so much so that I'm writing a book called Done is Better Than Perfect. Literally, as right now as we speak, I'm working on it right now. And what was my trigger for this mentality of done is better than perfect? When I was contemplating what I should do, I was working at a law firm and I was pretty miserable. And until I met one of my friends from law school who was 1 year ahead of me, and he started his law firm. And he pretty much shared with me that, yeah, I just started my law firm last year. No, it's working. I'm getting some clients. I'm making money from it. And I realized, I'm like, this guy's not perfect. If he can, so can I. And even though it may not be the amazing law firm that I may imagine, at least let me just start it. Then done is better than perfect mentality. Let me just start it and see where it goes. And that really started the journey for me. Is again, that mindset is done is better than perfect. I just start and then build a momentum that way. And yeah, pretty much, perfectionism hinders progress.
Incremental improvement is the key here. Get whatever it is, whatever project you're doing, whatever goal you're trying to achieve, get it started and improve it incrementally along the way. A 1% improvement week to week, month to month, year to year compounds upon itself. And so, yes, it's not going to be perfect in the beginning, but you're going to improve it each and every time you address the issue. And you're going to find that you create significant momentum in doing it that way.
And for me, if I hit a hurdle and I really can execute something, which I'm usually executor, I'm just like doing it, just move things along. But if I really hit a hurdle, my last decision that I make is, who can I delegate this to? And every time I've thought that way and I push myself to delegate, then I got that off my plate and I was able to get the result that I wanted. So always ask yourself, if it's something that I've been stuck at, in that case, your mindset should be, who can I delegate this to get this made by the end of this week?
Yeah.